Hi everyone, I'm the Plant Propagator and welcome back to my channel. Today we're going to do another orchid garden tour, and this is with my daughter who is Plant Propagator Junior.
Yeah.
Anyway, so what we're going to do, and we're in northern Ohio right now, so this is not really the tropics. So what she's going to do, and I don't know, she must have gotten the orchid gene or the gardening gene or both. But she has a lot of orchids, and what I want to do is share with you the orchids that she has, and she'll explain to you what she has and how she's growing them, what kind of special treatment she's using for them. So what we have right here is just some of the orchids that she's growing, and this is kind of a variety of things, and this is where we'll start, and we'll take a look at some of the other things. So I was wondering if you could tell me, well, you've got a lot of different types. What type of orchids do you like, and what kind of things do you have?
So I have a split, I would say, of Phalaenopsis, Cattleyas, Catasetums, and like Vanitypes.
Okay.
I do have a couple others in there, like some Miltoniopsis. This is my only Maxillaria tenifolia watermelon with the stripes.
So this has stripes and variegation,
yes.
on the base there.
Yes.
Okay. All right.
I have a Pathopedulum here. And that's pretty much. Oh, Dendrobiums too.
Okay.
Forgot about those.
So that's just right here, but
Yes.
and you've got a lot of catasetums here and there and other places as well, right?
Yes.
Okay. And they're all doing pretty well here. So what kind of any special treatment, or how do you take care of these guys?
I do have usually weekly watering with seaweed and just a regular fertilizer.
Okay.
So I have a sprayer that I'll spray them with to try to get all the surface area of the, not soil, it's soilless, but the media.
Okay.
So I do have a couple that are in the semi-hydroponics too, which I haven't overwintered them yet with
And I'm sorry, I
semi-hydroponics.
just see this. What is you got a flower coming up on
Yes.
on this guy?
Yes, that is my Phalaenopsis violacea.
Right here.
That's
nice.
It's it got a little cold recently, so it's dropped a leaf and dropped the first bud. It actually hasn't bloomed yet. But I have a heating pad especially for it, so hopefully it'll put out a bloom.
Okay. All right. And then some of these other guys, it looks like, I mean, they're not flowers on any of these, but you're going to show us some of the flowers that you have on some of your plants, right? Okay. And so what in general, what do you have flowering now here?
Mostly I have bloom spikes on a lot of my Phalaenopsis, and then I have a couple on my Vanda-type orchids.
Okay. So, and Vandas are interesting. See, I can't even grow Vandas where I am in the tropics, and she has them blooming here. So let's go take a look and see what we have. All right. So you can. I was wondering if you could show me some of the. So you have things over here, right?
Yes.
Okay. And I notice you have some.
I have some.
It's not an orchid, right?
Right.
All right. So you
I
got
have
some
some
Venus
Venus
flytraps. Okay.
So.
Okay. All right. And then over here you have.
Mostly Catasetums and one Dendrobium that is a variegated Dendrobium.
Okay. And it does. I mean, it looks like they're all doing pretty well.
They are doing okay. We'll
Yeah.
see if any of them put out bloom spikes for me this year.
Okay. But the Catasetums, you get them to bloom here for you.
I have the Fred Clark After Dark that will bloom. But I have not really had. No, I've had a couple other ones.
Okay.
I think one Rebecca Northern Cross.
Okay.
But we'll see. I'm still learning with the Catasetums on how to get them to grow.
Okay. All right. So let's say, and then over here you've got some more types that I haven't seen before. Over
Yes.
here.
I have.
So what do you got?
These are mostly Phalaenopsis over here. I have two Schillerianas. This is a Miltoniopsis that has a blue spike coming out.
So right there.
Yeah.
Okay. Huh. Okay.
This
And what's in the middle?
This is a species, Phalaenopsis. I'm going to pronounce this wrong. Sumatrana.
Okay.
So this one it requires a lot of
Oh
water.
my! What kind of pot is that? That's not something I've seen.
It's just a bottle that I cut up.
And you shoved an orchid in a cut-up bottle.
Yes,
Okay.
that's recycling.
A little non-traditional. And then moving on a little bit, you've got one of your Vandas in, what is that?
It's a fishbowl.
It's a fishbowl, but the potting mix is.
It's well, we've been calling it Gecka. It's giant expanded clay.
Okay.
That's helping wick up the moisture. So this one it requires a lot of moisture. I think it's like 3/4 Rhynkostylus gigantea, which usually require a lot of moisture. So I have it in this media right now, hoping it'll be a little happier than just a basket like some of my other Vandas are in.
Okay. And I just noticed this. What kind of media is that right there?
I mean, that's also, I guess, I don't know if these are it's the same type of material, they're just a lot smaller, so.
And they're colored too.
They are colored, yes. That does not affect how they grow. But yes, they do come in different colors. This is actually free mix. These, I actually need to water this. Since the media is smaller, it has a lot more, not necessarily a lot more moisture, but it's a lot wetter.
Okay.
So you can actually see there's kind of fungus that was growing on there, which has since died off. But I don't think a lot, like this plant would definitely not like this type of media. But these guys, the Miltoniopsis, they have the smaller roots, kind of like Oncidiums. They love water. Oh my gosh, do they love water? So it's okay in there. It's blooming. It's fine.
Okay. Okay. All right. Well, this is kind of. Oh, we gotta look at just one more plant over here. This is one of your fowls that you said you don't like too much, but you gotta like plants that are productive, and it looks like this has been. You've got a bloom left on here, but then you also have some the old bloom spikes, and you've got a new one coming out. So it's doing pretty well.
Yeah, it was on sale, so it was like a $5.99 orchid, and it's been putting out flower spikes ever since, pretty much, and it's still growing. So.
Okay, all right, that's good. Let's go take a look at some of the other plants that you have around, if that's okay.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Okay, so this is a Japanese maple, and you got stuff in here too, right?
Yes.
Looks pretty dense. Okay, so what do you have in here?
So I have a bunch of seedlings that you gave me. Well, all of those except for this guy. It has a price on it still.
Okay.
But all of these
So this is Encyclia.
Yes.
All right.
Tepenses.
Yeah.
I have Lorian Paradise, a couple of those, Dendrobiums, and then I also have in here, this is another Dendrobium species that has a little teeny bloom on it. That's never bloomed for me before, so.
Okay. What else? You got more in here, right? Not just that.
Yes, I have a lot. I have this is a Rhynkostylus gigantea that's not doing great, but it's attached to the box already, so it will forever stay in the box. There is a new root. And then I also have another, I also have another one in here. Oh, this is heavy. So.
Oh, don't wreck your plants.
That's fine. So.
Oh, another Encyclia.
Another one, yeah. Another unknown Dendrobium. This one I'm trying to save. It's not looking great.
This one's looking great right here. Look at that. Okay. Just buried in your
Sunset Valley.
Buried in your maple.
Yep.
Okay.
These actually, I think they're doing pretty well considering how dense it is.
Okay.
These are purple. This is a weeping cherry. So I have, these are mostly Cattleyas.
Okay.
So this is a Brassivola digbiana, and a lot of Cattleyas in here. Some more Sunset Valley stuff.
And the cats, look, you got new growth. They're doing well. So you're doing something just right. But those are bark.
Yes.
Everything in here's in bark.
I never replanted these guys.
But you're transitioning over
bark.
to the other material, right?
Just for some of them.
Okay.
That seem to be more water loving. I'll probably stay with the bark for a couple of them that seem to really like the bark.
Okay.
So.
All right. So what else we got in here? They're tucked away everywhere.
They're everywhere.
Right?
I have more catasetums, which aren't really doing too much except growing.
Okay.
And then I have this is the orchid that I bought down in Florida. So this is an Arides, however you pronounce it again. It has the leaves.
Oh my God! I didn't even see the leaf.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then there's the root tip that it's starting to
right there.
develop.
Wow. It's small, but you'll take it, right?
Yes, I will take anything at this point, considering this one does not look like it has roots on it, and it's in sphagnum because Ohio winters are dry.
Okay. All right. And so let's take a look. We got.
That's it for this one.
That's it for this one. Okay, but then we have.
I have another tree with.
So this is a
Lots of
Bradford
orchids.
pear.
Yes, this is a Bradford pear, which.
And it looks like we got the shade of the neighbor's house too. So this is.
Yes.
But look at all these. Look at all the orchids in here. How many? Guess? Can you know how many? Let's guess how many you have in here in this little tree.
Oh, just in this tree.
Yeah.
I thought you were gonna say overall.
No.
Maybe 25.
Okay. All right.
Maybe less.
Okay. And have any of them grabbed onto the tree yet?
No.
Want to make it their home?
They're all in baskets, so no.
Okay. All right. So these are mostly, and I'm noticing these are mostly, you got a lot of Vandas in
Mostly
here, right?
Vandas in the baskets, yes.
Okay. All right. And you've got some Cattleyas and a few other things. And what's this guy blooming right here?
This is Neostylus lucneri. This is the bluebird
Okay.
variety. It's done very well for me in putting out bloom spikes, usually twice a year. It right now has 3 bloom spikes on it, 2 old ones.
Okay.
It smells pretty good.
Okay. And then what I just couldn't help but notice what is going on with these guys? What are those all
So I
about?
have air plants that I stuck in there too that are good companion plants for orchids just because they like the same kind of conditions. So they get watered in the winter time anyway every week when I dip my Vandas in their fertilizer.
Okay. And I'm noticing on this one up at the top, you've got a few bloom spikes up there, right?
Yeah.
Oh, no, that's a root right there.
I do also have a keiki on this guy down at the bottom.
Oh, okay.
Which I don't know if you can see, but it's still pretty small.
Okay. Okay. And so going further around this tree then, we have just more Vandas that are just hanging. So these, are you going to convert any of these to the other potting mix? Or, I mean, it looks like they're doing good like they are.
Yeah, they're doing okay right now, I think, because I'm watering them almost every day with the hose. But these 2, they're in the baskets. I like the wood because it provides a little more moisture that most of my other Vandas are in. So I'll probably cut them out of these. I just put them up because I just wanted them out here right now. But I will probably convert these guys.
And when you do this, I also have to ask, when you do this, when you have these inside in the winter, how do you take care of them then?
So I make a solution of the seaweed and the fertilizer that I have in a bucket, and then I put them in a bucket overnight.
Okay.
And they will soak up all of the nutrients and everything and the moisture. And that is enough to get me through the week in a cold Ohio house.
Okay. All right. So let's take a look. And this is something you said?
It's a wild animal back there.
Yeah. Just keep the chipmunks out of her
hopefully.
orchids.
Did you want to see the bloom spike on this guy?
Yeah.
So I have a couple from RF Orchids, or mail ordered. This one came with the bloom spike, Vanda Selena. That one died unfortunately, but it's putting out a new one for me, so hopefully that one will survive.
Okay, so right back here. Okay. All right.
Okay. And then...
Okay, and so then this is a little unusual, but you put this in.
I thought you were talking about the Vanda, which is not unusual.
Yeah,
It's a
but-
Pachera.
But look at the, you know, those are nice roots.
Yeah.
And that's all, and they're
This is-
they're stuck.
Yeah, some of them you can't
They're-
even lift off anymore
yeah.
because it's stuck
Look
to
at-
the
look at these-
microfiber.
Wow.
Unfortunately, the root tips will probably die back in the winter time.
Okay.
But I have this just to provide more moisture in my house when I soak them.
Okay.
And the basket's kind of big, but this is my first Vanda. I didn't really know what I was doing. So that's
Well,
why
it'll
it's...
grow, right? It'll grow into
it'll
the basket.
grow, but, you know, truth be told, it probably provides a lot more moisture because the basket's bigger, but really you should probably be putting them in a smaller basket.
Okay. All right. So over here we have more.
Well, this
So
is a Dendrobium.
This is Dendrobium.
Yes.
Oh, and look, it has, and so it has, and that makes a lot of keikis.
Yes.
Okay. Wow.
Half the plants that are actually in the basket are keikis.
Okay.
That I pulled off of it and put them in the basket.
Okay. And then more. This looks like Cattleyas there.
More cats. Yeah.
Another Vanda here.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. And as we're moving around, we have. That's another.
These are the same orchid.
Oh,
okay. This one I've had some issues with. I cannot get it to put out. Yeah, it's not doing great. I put it outside as a last resort. Hopefully it'll live.
Okay. But then more. I mean, but these.
Those look pretty
these
good.
Vandas look
This
pretty
is actually a parent of this one.
Okay.
But I guess they do not like the same conditions.
Okay. And then you've got phals in here.
Yep.
Another
This is another Vanda.
Vanda.
It's sweet pea.
Okay.
All of my Vandas should be fragrant, except for the Pachera, of course. But everything else should be fragrant.
Okay.
Vanda type.
All right. And then you got another bloom spike on this guy.
I have a Bangkok.
I don't know how you get these.
Get them down.
How you get them up and down?
Well, the hooks are long.
Okay.
But
Okay. And is this guy?
yeah, I can smell it from here. It's pretty
All
fragrant
right.
still.
Okay. Pretty nice. All right. And this is. I think we've gone and we've looked at most. We're not going to go inside, right?
No, I don't have that many inside anymore.
Okay.
I
All
brought
right.
most
So
of
they
them
come out. They come out.
They come out, yes.
All right. All right. Well, that's all I have for today with Plant Propagator Jr. and me. We hope you enjoyed the tour and happy propagating.